I'll time you and I'll come back in 15 minutes.
So if I want to open like a site now, can I go ahead and do that?
Oh, that's what you do. Yep. Go ahead and open sites, and Word is there if you want to save your stuff on Word like you would pretend to do at home. Cool. I'll be out here if you need me.
All right. So I want to do a little research on the topic obesity. Now, if I I am working on this topic obesity, first of all, we'll have to know what obesity is all about, how important obesity is, what it does to the human body, and if a sufferer of obesity wants to get help, how can he go about having that? So, to have a broader understanding of what obesity is all about, I would right away go to my search engine. In particular, I would go to Google. Then under the URL, I would type in obesity, and then it will give me different options, and then also have diagrams to visually explain what it is. Now I have series of options here, so the first one is not always the most correct option, neither is the last one the list of the correct options or the most correct. So it takes a whole lot of time to know, depending on my outline, what I intend to achieve. So that will inform me of what I really need to get out of this search. So here I have obesity from different authors. Um, Here, if I want to click on the Wikipedia to know how they present the topic, then because I have a whole lot of them to search, so what I would do is the ones I find interesting and contributing, I would bookmark all of those and then get back to it for more information. Yeah, so after doing that, let's say I have taken, for instance, this site, Wikipedia. I would just go right here, go to bookmarks, and then I would go ahead and bookmark it. Alright, so since that is just one site, I'm not totally convinced that that is the best of the information I can obtain from Google. I would go back again and then search for more information, for more definition, more explanation to different circumstances that would help me to go about writing a paper on obesity. Who are those that suffer this kind of condition? What leads to this condition? Do we have any can food contribute to these? I mean, basically, we know food play a whole lot of role in this. So I would outline my my point that I need to write on the research at hand, and then I would copy a whole lot of information to either my Word and then save it there and start my paper writing from there. So here I have another source here. Um, like I said, we have different kinds of information on obesity, and obesity is a very broad topic. So depending on what I would intend to write about, um, I could change my search if I narrow down my topic. Let's say the effect of, should I say, here we have fish oil during pregnancy offers no protection for children against obesity. So that could go in line with what I would term as how to manage the condition. So that is a different line of research entirely, and that could give me more information to add to my research, especially for those suffering the condition. Um, so I would equally open up and see why fish oil from this author, and then any page I look up on, I equally have to make sure I take down and I do a proper citing to avoid plagiarism, and also make sure I note the date that I looked up the information in case they change the information in the following day or something. I would be safe. So another reason I would take, for instance, this website would be they talk about different demographics, different um, places like the Europe. I can also look up obesity in Africa to check if the environment can equally affect. Let me type this. Obesity in Africa. So, yeah. So, I have a whole lot here. 10 million African children obese or overweight. Overweight and obesity in urban Africa. So, I have a whole lot of topic that I will talk about here. And Google, I mostly use Google to search for terms like this. Um, I'm beginning to learn how to use library sources, but until I get better, my most efficient way of doing my research is using this engine, the Google search engine.
then I'll make sure that, I send all the professors on the list. Let me stop the recording real quick.